Okay, so once you've clicked on the trading room link, you're going to see a page similar to this. Obviously, you have today's date, the trading day, current trading day's date. A few comments from me about the overnight action in Europe, in Asia, anything interesting in terms of YM's action overnight, YM's action yesterday. A little summary of the upgrades and downgrades, earnings, comments about the theme, reminders about data that's coming up in the trading day, summary of any data that came out pre-market, earnings summary, highlight of any other markets that have been moving overnight that may be worth watching up and coming for the US Open, and a little handful of stocks that I will be watching in the coming in the Open for any potential trade. So a stock traders watch list there. But click on the enter trading room button, and that's going to open you a little pop-up window here. And this is basically the chat room here. Once you've opened this and this window's open, you can then minimize any other windows. You don't have to have that landing page window open. You can just have this chat, and this can be minimized to any size that you like. So you can just tuck it away the side of a screen, and it will sit there quite happily, not taking up too much room. Login, given the login details you've been provided with, so your login name and your password. Untick login as a guest, tick remember me. I'm going to log in as a guest to show you how this all works, and just click the login button, double click on trading floor, and then you're into the room. Now obviously we're very early in the morning, the markets aren't open, so it's completely empty, but on the right hand side here normally you're going to have the traders in the room with the names. Here's the main chat window, and this is where you can enter your text chat. Hit enter or click send, and you'll see all the messages there. On the left hand side, this is where the audio comes through, if you like, or where you can control the audio. Now we do an audio test, and generally if you've got your speaker set up okay on your computer, then the audio is going to work for you. You're going to be able to hear whoever has the microphone or has got a permission to have the microphone talking. And on the subject of audio, we have our structured morning audio meetings at 2 o'clock London time, which is 9 o'clock Eastern time, and this is where we talk about any news that's affected the market or could affect the market, the theme of the market, what traders are currently watching. We talk about sentiment of the market, social sentiment, and current retail positioning, and there's a video on how to use that, another video on how to use that, which you can have a look at. We then talk about any stocks in the watch list, so maybe there's an earnings play, maybe there's some coming to a key level on some stocks that we're going to be watching in the open. Other markets, so currency markets, commodity markets, anything that's interesting, anything that could potentially create a profitable, generate a good trade idea, we're going to be discussing it. We also talk about the data that's coming up and scheduled and whether it's important or not, how we're going to be positioning. Then we run through key levels on the US indices and the major commodities, and at this point other experienced traders will take the microphone, talk about the levels that they're watching and their trade ideas and their trade plan for the day. Are they looking for a level to be tested first? Maybe they're looking to position in a certain way after a level's been tested, what they're expecting. Maybe they're going to sit tight for the first hour, whatever it is. So you're going to get an idea, a brief overview of how traders are perceiving the current conditions, what they're looking at, the levels they're looking at, and the trade ideas or plan they've got for the trading day. So it's a good overview of how people are perceiving current conditions, and it's to prepare yourself for the trading day so that you're ready, so that when the bell goes you've got a plan of action. Perhaps your plan is completely different to everyone else's plan, which is that's trading. We're not trading as a group, we're just utilizing the power of many, so that if there's a market potentially you haven't been watching, that someone has said, hey, this is starting to get really active now, these are the key levels, you can decide to have a look at it yourself and make your own judgment on it. Or if someone's mentioning a key level on a market that you do trade, you may not have seen that level and you may have overlooked it and say, okay, well that's actually a level that I may want to work a trade off. So it's just using that power of many and summarizing the day, being prepared so that you know what to expect for the trading day, and so you can be prepared as you can be. So that's at 2 o'clock UK time, 9 o'clock Eastern time. And then we have another one of those in before the final hour of the trading day. So the morning meeting there, and then we have the evening meeting, which is at 7:45 UK time, which is 2:45 Eastern time. And again, very similar thing. We summarize what's happened in the day, the levels that have cemented themselves as key for the trading day. Trade ideas coming into the close. Is there anything that we're looking for specifically into the closing hour? Perhaps there are other stocks that may be setting up a good opportunity in the closing hour, other markets. And just a quick summary. So again, prepared for the final hour, for potentially when institutional volume comes in, maybe generate some trade ideas, or maybe you can generate some trades from that. So we've got structured morning meeting and the structured evening meeting. This is in the chat. This audio will come through, as I say, if you've got your speakers set up. One more feature there is that we've got in the chat room here is you can share a picture easily. So if you use the window snipping tool to just snip your screen, so if there's a chart you want to show, you want to display, you can very easily share that there. You can just do a screen capture, save it, and then you just click on the pic share here and it uploads it straight away into the window. And similarly, if someone else is sharing a chart they're looking at or a picture they're looking at, you can click on that, it'll open full size in a new browser window. And often that happens in the trading meeting. Some traders will share their charts, screenshots of their charts, highlighting levels, so you can look at them, you can see exactly what they're looking at as they're talking about it. So that's pretty much the functionality of the chat. Have a look at the other videos on how to use the retail sentiment on the main page here and the market ranges, and I'll talk about those.